Pro Striking. I'm Nathan Epps.
And I'm Lucy Payne.
And today we're going to show you how to do some boxing drills with pool noodles. Okay, so there's a few different ways you can use the noodles. One way I've seen people use them in the past is kind of throw a combination of punches and then just get hit with the noodles. Like something like this. So 1, 2. Which it's quite funny to do that, obviously, to irritate my training partner. But I guess it gets you used to the impact and just making sure your hands are going to be there and getting hit a little bit without getting hurt. But I think there's more beneficial ways that you can use the noodles. Okay, so firstly, the noodles, they're cheap. I got these for about £2 off Amazon. You don't need to spend like £110 on some boxing sticks. I think the noodles are just as effective. You can also duct tape them up to give them more support, which you can obviously, there's plenty of other videos where you can probably find out how to do that. So first thing, just getting used to the mechanics of slipping, which is also going to help with how to get more power and generate more power in your punches. So Lucy's going to get into a stance. So if you throw 1, 2, like jab cross, she's going to turn her shoulders with that. 1, 2, it's perfect. When she slips now, exactly the same mechanics. So she's not going to do anything different. Obviously, in a boxing fight, you could slip to the side like this. That's not incorrect. But this way is going to be more fundamentally sound with how you're going to generate more power in your punches and your counters as well. So you're going to go 1, 2, slip, 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 slip. So what Lucy's doing now is focusing on turning her shoulders and opening her chest out when she punches and when she slips. Okay, so now we're going to film like a continuation drill. You can use it as part of a warm-up, or you could use it as part of your workout. Maybe just do it for like a minute round. And this is going to help you just train and drill in those fundamentals. So when you're punching, opening your chest out to get your power, and the same thing, lifting your heels, turning your hips with your slips. So we're going to go 1, 2, slip, slip, just as a continuation. You can do this for as long as you wanted. And time. Perfect. So again, do this as long as you want. Because we're using foam noodles, we don't need to worry about power. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the difference between a roll and a dip. So when we're fighting, usually you'd roll on the end of throwing a punch because you're already in motion and your shoulders and hips are already moving. The same would be said if you'd slipped a punch. Again, your shoulders would already be moving and it's going to feel more natural to do a roll. A dip, on the other hand, is just more of a defensive move to get yourself out of trouble. So a dip is a bend at the waist. So if I throw some hooks at Lucy, she just dips. So bending at the knees, but more of a bend at the waist. Like a trainer would describe it as bobbing for apples, that kind of movement. So a roll, on the other hand, would come from, let's say she's slipped already or she's throwing a punch. We'll start off with a 1, 2 and a roll. So 1, 2, slow. Her shoulders and chest is forward now, so now it's going to feel really easy to roll and then punch after. So she's going to have a nice counter after that. Again, we talked about range in another video. For the noodles, you can shorten your punches because, again, I'm not going to roll a punch from full extension, especially someone tall like Lucy. She's probably not going to roll, but she might roll if we were in the pocket where we're glove to glove, head to head. She might roll a punch then because we're in that kind of proximity and range. So if you go 1, 2, roll, roll, 2, this is more effective. But again, we're bending it at the waist. So don't rush the move. Really focus on it. So when we're doing it with the noodles to start off with, really exaggerate the movements. Again, turning the heels. The difference with a roll to a slip is you actually want to change levels a little bit because you need to get underneath a punch. With a slip, she can stay upright. Again, turn the heels. This is something you need to draw over and over again as your coaching points. Lift the heels. Lucy's a world champion level fighter. I still have to coach her over and over again. So posture upright. 1, 2, slip, slip. Slip, slip. Good. So she's got to lift the heels on that one. When we go 1, 2, roll, she might be a little bit closer in proximity, but she has to lower her level slightly, almost like you're doing a bit of a squat. So she's going to go 1, 2, roll 2. 1, 2, roll 2. Good. Difference now, if you go 1, 2, dip, dip, I throw 2 hooks, she's just going to use that defensively to not even worry about throwing counters. So she goes 1, 2, dip, dip. Okay, so now the same continuation drill with the slips, we're going to use it for the rolls. So again, can do this for as long as you want, and just really going to help emphasize moving hips, lifting your heels, opening your chest and turning your shoulders when you throw the punches and when you do the rolls. So it's 1, 2, roll, roll. Roll, roll, 1, 2, roll, roll, 1, 2, roll, roll, 1, 2, roll, turn your hips, roll, 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 and relax. Okay, so now we're going to do the same continuation drill, but block, block. So when Lucy's blocking a hook, she's turned same movement, lifting the heels, turning to open up the power of the count. So she's opened her chest up here and pulled her opposite shoulder back. She's going to block this way. That's it. So you're blocking, blocking, blocking. So we're going to go 1, 2, block, block, 1, 2, block, block. Okay, so now we're going to put all those together. Slip, slip, roll, roll, block, block, 1, 2, slip, slip. Okay, so with the continuation drills, you can get as carried away with it as you want and add as many sequences in it as you want to as well. So now we're just going to just practice a little bit of freestyle on the noodles. Obviously, due to the camera, we're going to just kind of stay on the spot, not use any footwork or anything. So just go loose now. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, slip 2, 1, 2, roll 2, good, 1, 2, 3, roll 3, that's it, and again 1, 2, 3, roll 3, good. So again, turn the hips, focus on that, really exaggerate it and pull the shoulder back on the roll. 1, 2, 3, roll, there you go, lovely. Block 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, roll 2, 1, block, and count 2, and again, 1, block, 2, 1, 2, 3, roll, 3, good, 1, 2, slip, good, 1, 2, slip, slip, 1, 2, slip, slip, roll, nice, and again, 2 on the end, oh, nice, 1, 2, 3, roll, 1, 2, slip 2, double 1, double 1, block, good, 1, 2, roll, 1, 2, slip, and relax. You guessed that? Yeah. She's alright. So that's a little way you can use the noodles, nice and cheap piece of equipment. You can train a lot of things with them, and obviously they don't take too much skill to use either. So if you can get anyone in the house whilst you're on lockdown, get a pair of noodles, have a little go yourself and just see what you can come up with.